anybody who watches this programme will know that we love dogs on breakfast. This is Wylie. He was born astray in Afghanistan and was then beaten and abused, but his life was transformed when he was taken into the care of the animal welfare charity Nowzad.
And the hand you can see there is, no, that's fine, right. Is Pen Farthing, former Marine after he served in Helmand Province. The organisation has rescued countless animals, reunited more than 1,000 military personnel with cats and dogs they befriended on deployment overseas.
Now, Pen's story is now featured in a new TV series called Dodo Heroes. We're going to have a little quick look. Oh, we're not, actually. We're going to talk to you. Hello, how are you? Lovely to see you. And also Sarah Singleton and Wylie. I do know a little bit about your story, but just take us back to why you set this up and how important these animals were to everybody who was serving.
Well, I was out in the town of Nowzad in Helmand Province in Afghanistan in 2006. And I just happened to come across, sadly, a dogfight that had been organised by the local police there. And I wasn't there to obviously promote animal cruelty, and I didn't want to see this happening, so we broke up that dogfight. And I thought that was it. I didn't realise one of those dogs had run into our compound and hidden himself away just to get away from people. And so I found him and just thought, hang on, I don't want to leave him in our compound. I didn't know what he was like, so I tried to get him out. But in those process, a few days of coaxing him out, me and him actually fell for each other. He was like my 5 minutes of normality each day, and for him, he got military biscuits, so he was more than happy.
So just take us through what happened next. I mean, so you rescued him, literally, you've taken him with you. What did you get in?
No, I mean, we were in that forward operating base, so he was just there with me every day. I was feeding him military rations, and like I said, he was my 5 minutes of normality from what was going on around us. And at the end of the tour, I was like, I can't just leave him here now. He's, me and him have bonded. I've got to do something for him, because otherwise he'll go back to dog fighting or starvation. And so I had him smuggled across Afghanistan up to Kabul. From Kabul, we got him on a commercial flight to England and then into quarantine.
Wow, Sarah, take up the story. How have you become Wylie's owner?
I followed the charity pretty much from the start and saw his story on Facebook and was so moved by it that I jumped at the opportunity to go and meet him when he was in kennels in Devon. And a twist of fate meant that he couldn't go to the soldier he was destined for, so I agreed to adopt him. So I've had him for 5 years now, and in that time I've entered him into Scruffs, which is the crossbreed competition, which he won that in 2014.
I love that.
And from that he's got Pen's written his third book, which is called Wylie, so it's his story, which is available.
Yeah.
But he's such a good dog, and it's just so nice to see that, the work that Nowzad do, and he's a success story, just shows what good work can be done.
Pen, is it a silly question to ask what kind of dog Wylie is? Because, he's got a magnificent coat. He's an amazing looking dog.
He does, yeah. I mean, the main breed out in Afghanistan is normally a Coochie, which you won't see over here in the UK. But they've had so much crossbreeding now because there's been no population control for the last 40 years. So we see all sorts out in the streets, and that's Wylie's probably got a little bit of all sorts of dogs in him, which makes up this absolutely amazing coat and this brilliant character that he's got.
And one of your things you're trying to do lots of different things, but is reuniting particular dogs, cats, with people who they've been out with. What in Afghanistan or wherever it is, are there moments when the dog clearly recognises someone it's spent time with?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've got some amazing staff out in Afghanistan. They're all Afghan nationals. And the staff bond with the dogs. And the dogs in the mornings when they're in the kennels, when they see the staff coming along, the staff will take them out, and they'll take them for a walk. We get all of our dogs lead trained and get them socialised. And so when the dogs then go and see their soldiers, the soldiers are like, wow, this dog, it was on this base with me, and now it's absolutely brilliant to see.
But presumably some of the dogs have been through some pretty dreadful things.
They have, yeah. I mean, Wylie, for example, we think he was probably going to be used for dog fighting, so he actually doesn't have any ears. They were sadly docked. And so dogs will go through that. They might have been out on the street, so they're hit by cars. So we see a lot of road accidents, dogs with those injuries that come to us. But the team do an absolutely amazing job, and you'll see that when they watch the Dodo Heroes series. You'll see our staff there with the dogs and the amazing things they can achieve.
I tell you what, Sarah, just looking at Wylie,
his eyes.
You can't help but think, the eyes tell a story. Is that me being over romantic about it?
No, he's got really deep eyes. They certainly tell a story. They're really dark, mysterious. Look at him.
Oh,
he's been through so much, but he's so trusting. He's so loving. He's he's amazing, really.
Thank you very much for bringing him in. He's one of, he goes into the top 10 of dogs on breakfast, I think.
Yay.
Thank you very much indeed, Wylie. I'm not
Thank
sure where you
you.
are, the viewers can vote on that.
Yeah, lounging, I think. Lounging.
It's excitable.
Thank you both very much indeed. Thanks.